country, including Jimmy Kimmel in Las Vegas. Please put your hands together. And welcome to the stage, Lauren Rachael.
How's it going tonight? It's so great to be here. This is such a cute place. I love this resort. It's really nice. I have to tell you, the water pressure is incredible. Have you guys had a shower here yet? Oh, you need to. Oh, no, you need to. I removed stains that I've had for years. I'm serious. I thought I had freckles. Those weren't freckles. I just have lousy water pressure at home. So awesome. You know, it's the little things in life, right? Sometimes you have to pamper yourself. There's this little game I like to play back home where I just sit in my hot car, you know, in the summertime. I call it a pour sauna. Oh, it's nice. I make it really luxurious. Sometimes I put my hair up in a towel, little cucumber slices on my eyes. It's great. If I really want to kick it up a notch, what I do is I put a little eucalyptus oil in my gas tank. It only works with the Korean cars, guys. You got a Hyundai or a Kia, perfect. Yeah, it's the little things, you know? Us girls, we do a lot to try to be pretty for you guys. We do. I spend a lot of time and money just adding hair from the eyes up and removing it from the nose down. And a lot of time, you know, trying to spice things up with blue rhinestones here and there. That's fun. You know what I'm talking about, I can tell. Don't try to spell things on your body, because in the mirror, they will be backwards. I know, so much effort. I'm like, what does that say? I tried to have a 2019 once, and I had a 9012. A for effort, right? I do all this to make myself beautiful, so my husband can get out of the shower and just like helicopter. You all do it. I know you do it. And you know why I know that? The pastor of our church made an announcement about it. Gross. He talked about doing that for his wife. We're like, we're good. This is not the visual I needed for communion. You know? Oof. Yeah. Let's work on that, guys. At least go counterclockwise or something. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah. I decided to jazz it up with the hair and add a little more hair, like I mentioned, and you gotta be careful with that. Have you ever heard of that phenomenon where people get an organ transplant and sometimes they'll inherit the hobbies and interests of the person they got the organ from? Like if you get a new heart, for example, and you start craving KFC, that's how you know you got a bad heart. I think the same thing happened with my hair extensions. I asked for the Paris Hilton, but I think I got the Lucy Liu. You guys, I can play the violin all of a sudden. I don't know where that came from. And my driving has been terrible. It's funny because it's true. I'm paying off a lotto tickets right now. It's true. Yeah, my husband does notice the little details. He's very sweet. He's from Alaska. He's from a town that makes this look like Los Angeles. It's just like him and the mailman up there. That was it. Yeah. So I am a solid 10 in Alaska, you guys. I'm like a 4 in San Diego, but I will take that 10 in Alaska. Thank you. Yeah. I locked it down with him by pretending to be interested in his rugged hobbies. You know, like bear hunting. Oh, that's great. Yeah, let's just cover ourselves in bear piss and attract them and see what happens. What could go wrong? There, my hunting section. I couldn't see you with all the camouflage. Yeah, I tried to help out with the whole bear hunting experience. I was like, oh, I'll dress up. This will help. I had a leftover bear costume from Halloween. I thought it would help. It was mostly just lingerie with ears. But the bear loved it. I was like, I still got it. Yeah. Now his another rugged hobby. I'm sure you guys love this up here, but fishing? No. No, my idea of fishing is I go to Sprouts and I'll buy whatever the hippie that smells like patchouli is selling that day. Sometimes they give you a free shoulder massage. Excellent. I highly recommend that. Again, free spa day. No. The worst of all, the worst rugged hobby my husband is into. You might have heard of it. Camping? Guys, stop doing this to your ladies. That is not a vacation. That is playing homeless. And sometimes they have better tents, especially in Los Angeles. They do. Yeah, we haven't noticed I'm more of an indoor gal, you know. I'm shiny like this all the time. Yeah, my husband was really sweet. He decided to let me do the wedding planning. Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, I tried to buy my wedding dress at a quinceañera store. I did not know that's where I was until I was like halfway through a rack of puffy blue dresses. Now, there were signs though. I'm like, lucha libre mask, that's an odd theme. It's a weird party favor. And they were mean to me. It was kind of like that scene in that movie Pretty Woman where they went to the hooker shop. It was like the Telemundo version. They were spicy that day. I was like, all right, ladies, I understand. I get the point. Quinceañera does not mean size 15. Point taken. I think they were worried I was going to pop a zipper or something in there. I don't know. Yeah. That's why I'm standing for this performance. You know, I think there was little stools here. I never sit for a show. I'm pretty sure that every diet ever to exist in the world started because a woman saw a photo of herself sitting. Have you ever seen anyone look hot while sitting? Never. No. All of a sudden, it's like I've got a conjoined twin. I'm like, where did that come from? Just extra mass. No, it's gonna give me a complex. I think life would have been easier if, if Richard Simmons was into women. I would have made that happen. Oh my God, that would, you know what was fun? That would be so much energy every day. I'd be like grapevine in the kitchen. I'd be so skinny. That'd be so awesome. I wish he was into that sort of thing. It's starting to get really expensive. Now, I'm just like paying people to dress up like zombies and chase me. It definitely works, but it's very pricey. Yeah, I gotta get creative though. I'm not really motivated. I belong to 3 gyms, okay? No. I think it's because I keep picking those gyms that have like the massage chairs, they have pizza. What is that? You don't go down to Phoenix very often. That's what's going on down there. You're missing out. You just get to relax and watch the game. You're like, well, my workout's done. So nice. I also decided to try to get in shape by buying gym equipment to use at home. I do not recommend this because that just gets dusty. I was so excited about this elliptical I ordered, you guys, until I saw the weight limit on it was my goal weight. So now I'm just like pedaling the left. Yeah, that's what happens when you spend like $39.99 on Amazon. You get to work out half your body at a time. So now when I go swimming, I just go in circles. I try, I really do. I do perform all over the country. One place I like to perform and give back are going to some of these retirement communities, like retirement homes for the older people. I killed one recently. I killed it there. Well, we're not sure yet. The doctor's still running some tests, but I just wish they would have warned me. The youngest person in the audience was 87, and the oldest was 102. That's a tough crowd. They did not get any of my references. Like anything after the Civil War, it was like. I mentioned Johnny Depp, and they're going, you don't know who Johnny Depp is? Like, have you been locked in this place since 1987? What are you talking about? I didn't have the heart to tell them what Amber Heard did in the bed. I even tried to tell them a joke about an app, and they didn't know what an app was either. I'm like, no, it's not before the dinner. It's something on your phone. I mean, they didn't even have phones. They're like, they yell out the window, they have pigeons, it's all kinds of stuff like that. Very old. They didn't like my dementia joke, though. I was trying to make light of it. I said one of the positives of having dementia is you can hide your own Easter eggs. They were a little offended, but do they remember? I could have made some Titanic jokes, but I didn't want to really upset them and give them flashbacks. You know what I mean? Yeah, they were a little bit tough. I went to Vegas for some shows, as he mentioned, and I learned a very valuable lesson I'd like to share with all of you. 8 days in Vegas is too long, because I expired on day 4. I decided on this last trip that would be a great time to try mushrooms for the first time at 43 years old. Wow, it just kind of hits different, you know? And I didn't think that they were working, so I added an edible to the mix. They worked then. And I know that because I joined a Japanese tour group. And the mushrooms convinced me that I could speak Japanese. And every time they tried to get away from me, I would follow them and I would bow. They're such nice people too, I still feel so bad. I wish it's the kind of thing that they'll probably forget about, but I don't think so, because I'm in all of their photos in the background doing this. Things you don't do while you're sober manifest when you're on drugs. I'm too old for drugs. I was feeling things for about 2 weeks after that trip, so learn from me. Learn from my mistakes. There are a lot of them I'm going to tell you about. It's true. That wasn't even my worst trip to Vegas. My worst trip to Vegas, I wound up at a tattoo parlor. Well, you know that rule where you're not supposed to get a tattoo if you've been drinking, like they won't tattoo you? That does not apply there. Isn't that fun? And I know that because they let me tattoo my head. Awesome! So awesome. What a great way to get your first tattoo. I just went for the full Mike Tyson, right on the head. And I was so drunk, I think it's because I heard his voice in my head saying, that tattoo's the fit. Thinking on your head. And I did, and I hate myself. It could have been cooler if I would have maybe had like, I don't know, like a Mike Tyson back tattoo. Maybe incorporate him into the masterpiece, you know? Or like, maybe Tyson on one side and Holyfield on the other. Right? And then when I'm dancing, it's like they're ready to rumble again. You bring back the rematch with every move. That would have been cute. Nobody cares I'm a Libra, you guys. Bad decisions, I'm telling you. I also don't recommend traveling in Georgia. That's not a great place to pass through. They're a little moody about their traffic laws there. And so for my extended stay in Georgia, I decided to hang out with the locals in the men's prison because the women's was under construction. So they brought me in with the men. I was so popular. Oh my God, I was so popular. And I know that because that 6 inches in front of my cell was the cleanest part of the entire jail, because they were mopping that thing every 30 minutes. Just looking at me. A steak for a lion. For once in my life, I knew what it must feel like to be a Kardashian. Amazing. At the time when this happened, I was much skinnier and I had red hair. So they also were giving me little pep talks, like, Lindsay Lohan, why are you crying, girl? Why? Because I'm in here and you're mopping around my body. That's why. Not great. I think the only way that extended stay could have been any better is if my cellmate happened to be Bill Cosby himself, you know? Oh, all the Jello jigglers, come on. That guy likes to party. Well, what I was thinking is that would have been a really cool prison sentence for him. Is if they put him in there with a Bill Cosby impersonator. How annoying would that be? Serving a sentence like that, and someone's in there copying everything you do, but they do it a little bit better and a little bit funnier. So like, they're in the chow hall for dinner, and he's like, "It's the pudding." I think that's fair. Or put him in there with Weinstein. They'd be great roommates, right? Yeah. Don't take shots with those guys, I'm just saying. One good thing that happened with my extended stay in Georgia was I ended up meeting a really handsome cop. Yeah. And I thought that was going to be fun. You know, like maybe some role playing, little good cop, bad cop. I thought maybe I was going to get like a lap dance or something, play with the handcuffs, all that stuff. None of that happened. It was mostly just hiding my weed and being interrogated about my Instagram photos. I figured out why, ladies. Men are hot if they're in a uniform. It's true. But they need the Velcro down the side. That means that they're a dancer. That's what happened. It was my mistake. I've been to one too many bachelorette parties, and I expected way more fun than what was happening there. At least he was in highway patrol. They have no sense of humor. Like, none. And you know how much of a jerk they're going to be based on the size of their mustache? So if it's taking up half of their face, you're getting a ticket. The more accessories they have with their cop outfit, the more expensive your ticket's going to be. So if he's like Mr. Potato Head, he's got the hat, he's got the glasses. That's another couple $100 every time it's an accessory. He's got the baton. You're like, oh, we're up to 600. It's not good. This happens to me a lot. I'm actually financing several tickets right now. I'm the best driver out of all of my friends. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the airlines lately. They're trying to let just anybody fly just because of what we look like. And mind you, I used to be a bit more of a feminist. I'm really not anymore. I want the old man with the mustache landing the plane. I do, because I know it's going to land. I'm serious. I've seen my friends parking cars, and it doesn't go well. They run into me. I'm like, we don't belong in the sky. We can't handle it on the land. You know? It's terrible. Yeah, I've dated a lot of interesting people. I will say, though, my priorities have changed the older I've gotten. All I want now is someone who can just change the batteries in my smoke alarm. Bonus tingles if they kill a spider while they're up there. I'm serious. I'm going back to the old school. I want to bring back fainting couches. I just want to look hot and just lay around. And I'm serious. Now that I got married, I don't lift anything heavier than a pencil, and I think that's fair. That's what I signed up for. Before I got married, I dated a lot of interesting people. You'd be surprised what men will not mention on their dating profile. Yeah, they give us a hard time for using like photo filters, and I get it. One of my goals in life is to look as good as I do on Instagram. Fair. But if they use a filter that makes the wife and kids disappear, how is that fair? Yeah. Some of the things I need to mention. I dated a deaf guy once. Didn't know until halfway in. I just thought he found me really interesting. I didn't know he was reading my lips the entire time. If you need a visual, imagine what it would be like to wrestle with a mime. It's hot. And it was fine for a little while, unless the lights were out. And then it was like a UFC fight. And I'd go for that shoulder tap and tap out, you know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure out what happened there, though, because he wasn't blind, he was deaf. Very sexy. Yeah. Another guy I went out with that was really hot. I went out with a little person. Guys, I don't know why the magical height that everyone says that they are is like 6'1". I don't know why that everyone picked that. Everyone is 6'1". Bullshit, you're not 6'1". But if you're 4'1", give a gal a heads up, you know what I mean? He had a nice headshot, a nice smile, though. And what did he pick for our first date? He wanted to play pool. Do you know what it looks like when a little person plays pool? It looks like they're throwing a javelin. Oh, he was cute. Oh, I was terrible. I mean, full disclosure, I kind of started to treat him like one of those chihuahuas you put in your purse. So we had like little matching outfits. It was so cute during December, though. I'm like, oh, who's making my cookies? You are. That's what you get for lying to me on your dating profile. I don't feel bad. I regret nothing. I do have an idea for you guys for a date night this weekend. You want to try it out? Have you ever heard of those escape rooms? It's kind of like you solve puzzles together to get out of the room. Different scenarios I think might be a little bit more fun. How fun would it be if your first escape room, you go in there and it's a timeshare presentation? Wouldn't that be great? Oh, I love that. Room 2, multi-level marketing. Scentsy candles and essential oils. Who doesn't love that? And you only get to leave if you agree to have a home party and bring all your friends and family over. Love that. Room 3, Jehovah's Witnesses. Which is fine, but you can only leave if you're willing to give up your birthday. Up to you. Just a few date options. Spice it up this weekend. Are you having fun so far tonight, you guys? Good. I decided to dress up for you. I wore my sexiest underwear possible. You might have heard of it. Spanx. Oh, they're great. They're Granny Panties 2.0, you guys. The magical underwear. They just suck everything in and squeeze it to the top like a tube of toothpaste. So these are my knees. Yeah. The doctor likes to check my reflexes every week. I don't mind the compliment. I just wish you'd stop doing this in the waiting room. You know? Last time I saw him, he said, is that a new bra? I said, no, it's a knee brace. I have an old knee injury from college. I was dating a really short guy that just kept hugging my leg. All right, you guys ready for your headliner? This guy is so funny. He performs all over the country, and he came all the way up here to see you tonight. Give it up for my friend, the very funny, the very walking with a coffee, I'm sorry, Mike Baldwin.
Hey. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming to the thing.